2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
There's a story going around on TV at the moment, Shaun. And this strikes true for you because you're involved in this area of life a lot.
Well, I think for everyone, but just take it back to, so we've got TVs in here and at the moment it's on Sunrise, right? So they're doing, there was a reporter. Yes. She's doing an interview. She's pulled out some stat or something, Nat, and it's to do with washing your active gear.
So the question was,
That's her story for the day.
How often should you wash your activewear? And it's like,
we're like, what?
After you've worn it. Like that's what activewear is used for exercise, right? So you're sweating in it, things are getting festy. Wash it.
No, I jumped in here off air because there's a couple of different types of activewear. If you got your normal T-shirts or stuff like that, they're not designed for it. That's going to get sweaty and it's going to stink. So one hit, you're gone, right? But stuff like that, Lululemon, right?
Are you washing your wife's gear?
It fits really well. No, she
you love those bike pants, don't you?
She worked there, and so I got a couple of things. And this is from about 4 or 5 years ago. If it's the right material, yes, if you're doing a bike ride or something and you get sweaty, one wear. But if you're doing like weights, you're not getting super sweaty. This material won't be very smelly, and it just absorbs like nothing really. It's cool, and then it doesn't smell. And I reckon you get 2 to 3.
You know it's full of your sweat.
But the sweat is like not much when you're doing that type of work.
You're not lifting hard enough.
Sorry,
Ross.
2 to 3, Ross.
Yeah,
that's disgusting. First of all,
you do it you smell it, just to make sure.
Well, I mean, that's what that story was saying, that once it starts to smell, that's when you need to wash it. And I'm like,
bang on the money.
I think just wash it once you've worn it.
Are you talking about your pants as well? So you having a sniff of the crutch to see if...
Shaun, I'm not sniffing the crutch. The shorts, yeah, they're probably more washable. It's more the singlets and stuff like that. But they last a couple of days before they get smelly.
When you're at the gym, do people avoid you?
Now that you mention it.
It's just a little circle.
Here's another question.
Exclusion zone around you.
And this goes for you, Nat. Do you wear the shorts that have the...
mesh?
Like the built-in mesh?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Do you wear jocks with them?
Wait, why does this go for me?
Don't the chicks have that kind of stuff too?
Do you have mesh undies, Nat?
Mesh undies in there?
I'm not trying to lift up my
wait a second.
twig and berries.
You don't wear underpants with mesh shorts?
No, I've got some other ones, some other brand that have got like built-in jocks, and there's so much more freedom.
So what you're saying is like a lycra kind of...
I wouldn't say lycra.
Okay, if you're on the bench press, you got those shorts on.
Yeah.
And you're doing
Don't
it.
in them.
Is there a chance you got the Frank and beans?
No, they're solid as a rock.
What is?
Don't say that either. That's not good. Don't do that.
The old Bruce Rock, eh?
Okay. It's my dad's birthplace. Leave him out of it. So
I'm. By the way, I'm washing my stuff. Well,
one wear.
I'm washing it.
One wear, Ross.
I sweat like a demon.
If it doesn't, it's about the sweat. It's about.
I also prefer not to sniff my clothes after I've worn them.
Well, it's just the top one. It's not the crutch one. Thank you, Shaun. But it's just all about smell, because if it smells, it's smelly and dirty. If it doesn't, it's not.
It's fresh as a daisy.
That's simple.
Let's go again.
Yeah. Bit of deodorant on. Away we go.
Does your school, your elite private school that you went to, gave you a medal for being like the distinguished
give back
dude of the year?
Yeah.
It's an amazing honour. Like Twiggy Forrest won at one time. Do they know about this? Because I think they might want their medal back after this.
Don't think anyone knew about it at this moment. And I'm highly regretting it. I thought you'd agree with me. No,
do they know about the Mexican prison?
Definitely didn't know.
What's that? Ring, ring. Oh, Hale's on the line.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Oh, cue the music. It's 7:45. Every week we seem to be celebrating somebody who's been on Home and Away forever.
It's amazing.
I know. This young lady, a lazy 25 years on Home and Away, playing Leah. Ada Nicodemou, good morning.
Morning.
What an amazing achievement, Ada. I know that, 25 years goes by in the blink of an eye, but when you first started out, when you first started as Leah, did you ever envisage you'd still be there 25 years later?
absolutely not. No, I was. They asked me to come onto the show for 3 years, and I was just like, nope, just doing 6 months. That's all I'm doing. And 25 years later, and I'm still there.
Hey, Ada, after the first 6 months was what in your mind you were going to do, as you just said, was there a moment where there was a couple of times where you thought, oh, I better start looking at something else? How did it work out that you kept staying?
Yeah, well, I didn't expect to love it, actually. So I was just I thought, oh, look, I'll just go on for 6 months because I don't know what else I want to do. But I didn't think I'd enjoy it. So that's what I was really surprised about. And it has been like that ever since. Look, you always have your challenging moments. From times, whether it's, you're just tired, you're working too hard, or, but overall, no, it's been awesome. I can't believe it's actually been 25 years because
wild.
It doesn't feel like that either. It's really odd.
So, Ada, 25 years, a long time to be doing a lot of different storylines, and there has been some crackers in Home and Away over the years, some of the more ridiculous ones. Martha becomes a pole dancer.
Yeah, what, and?
Shane getting killed by blood poisoning from chicken wire, I believe.
That happens.
Homeless Miles being Sally's long-lost brother. Did you have a favourite ridiculous storyline?
Oh, look... I mean, I guess one that I did really, really love was, a couple of years ago, sort of Justin and Leah sort of getting kidnapped and, stuck in a warehouse somewhere and had to escape, and then he nearly dies, and then she eventually gets PTSD from it, and then she tries to stab him. Well,
sure.
That was
it's everyday life.
That was a great. No, but it was a great storyline because it went on for a really long time, but a lot of the time it felt like it was like we were shooting a film.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was really special. And then, look, one of the ones I found really hard to deal with was when Lynn's character Irene and Leah, they were arguing, and Leah slapped her.
Oh, how do you slap a national icon? How did you do that?
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised I didn't get heaps of hate. I mean, obviously not really slapping him.
Yes, I know, but still.
It's all sort of camp, but still, you had to build up the emotion to do that. And Lynn and I are such good mates, and also it wasn't in a studio; it was out at Palm Beach, and there was people watching. It was awful.
Busloads of tourists.
How many times did you have to do it? I wouldn't imagine it was one take.
Oh, there was a few. It was a few, yeah. And we were both really anxious leading up to it as well, and it was just yucky stuff, But yeah, I mean, you've got to go there sometimes. I mean, I really love. Like, as much as, everyone loves the drama, for me it's more the light stuff, or the odd, when we do comedy or something like that, or they're the fun things. Because, look, I'm going to sound like an actor right now, but there's certain moments, and you can't describe them, but they're priceless when you get those moments between actors, and it's like no one else is there. Like, they're amazing. They're amazing to do.
One of the things Leah's been able to do is have many husbands along the journey. I think
many.
Four. Is four the right count?
Yes. Justin's number 4.
Did one end up in jail in witness protection, or what happened to that one?
Yep, that was the first one. That was
Vinny,
the first one. That was Vinny. Yeah. Then there was Dan, and Dan's unfortunately passed away.
Okay.
And then she was engaged, but that didn't happen. But she'd been engaged quite a few times as well.
Well, she's a cat.
And then
she's a country town.
Does she get to keep the rings?
Come on. I don't know. We should do a storyline about that. Should we all open up her jewelry boxes and pull all these amazing diamonds?
That's
or we always joke about the sort of the mantle, like the mantelpiece of like the dead husbands, all the different photos.
That's right.
But yeah, look, she's supposedly been proposed to 13 times.
Wow.
Oh, what? What a catch.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's flattering.
I know. Cool.
To be fair though, like, I'm from a country town, Ada, and there is. if there's a catch in the country town, you know, everyone has a crack.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that, and Leah is definitely sort of, you know.
Oh,
She's hot stuff.
She's hot stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
thanks, guys. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Hey, Ada, what was it like? It must have been, I mean, bittersweet when Lynn McGranger announced that she was going to be leaving the Bay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Look, I'm happy for her because she's, you know, I mean, Lynn and I talk, and we've been talking for years, and you know, it's something that's been on her mind. And I think when she finally made that decision, you know, it was the right decision, and she feels really good about it, and she's really excited about the next chapter of her life. On a personal note, though, like I hate it. You know, it's like, you know, I've just lost an arm. You know, like she's home and away for me. You know, we share a dressing room together. We have lunch together. We go for walks together. We're in every scene, basically. Like, it's going to be weird. And it's been a lovely send-off, though. Like, we had her big do on Friday night, but she's doing her last scene on Wednesday, and I'll be in it. It's actually just the two of us. So I just think we're going to do a lot of ugly, you know, crying. And
so you know how she's written out then? You know what the plot line is?
Yeah.
So she told us that she had some say in that, and we're not, obviously you can't tell us what it is, but are you satisfied? Do you think it's a worthy way?
I think it's lovely.
For Irene to leave? Yeah.
I think they've done a really, really good job with it, and the writing's amazing, and it's emotional, and there's a whole lot of, you know, stuff that happens, but I think it's a really lovely send-off for her, and I think the fans will be, well, obviously they'll be very sad, but it's very Irene-focused.
Great.
Irene's going off to start her OnlyFans.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's where the real
likely.
How did you know? How did you know?
I know a soul.
He's already subscribed. Well, it's a great achievement, 25 years, and many more to come. I mean, you're still very young, Ada, so you could be doing this for, you know, till you're Lynn's age. You know what I mean?
I hope I do it for another 25 years, honestly. I really do. So let's see.
Good on you, Ada.
Yeah.
25 years on home and away.
Great effort.
Achievement. Thank you, Ada.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Tired this morning when I came in. I know everyone is on a Monday morning, you know, it's not much fun, but I woke up at about 1 o'clock last night, and I was sitting there just thinking, why did I wake up so quickly and I'm unable to go to sleep? And it normally happens to me when I get sick. I wake up in the middle of the night and then some kind of fever gets me or whatever the case is, and that's it. I know I'm gone.
Disco fever?
Absolutely. Disco fever is one of the main things, and that's why I stopped going to Metros. It's the only reason. Otherwise, you would see me there.
Discotheque in our lives. Yes. So
anyway, I was laying there and I started feeling really ill, and I felt like I had Indian for dinner. It was takeaway, and it was coming up on me. So I got up.
A bit of reflux. Or you felt like you were going to throw up.
A combination of both. So I got up, had a drink of water, got back into bed, and then I really felt like it was just sitting there, and it was not far from coming up. So I woke up Megan. I don't even know why I did this.
Oh, lucky Megan.
I woke up Megan and I said, you need to get me a bucket. I think I'm going to be sick.
Don't you have like a ensuite a few steps away?
Yeah.
I just wake up your wife.
What did I do that for?
Not that I know the layout of your bedroom intimately, but still, there is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it did go through my head, Nat, that if I don't make it there, it's going to go on the carpet. What happens if I'm just go through the one? You know those times when you're sick and all you can do is put your head to the side and go,
But we've seen how quickly you can move, like when you're late to read the sport and stuff. You can move pretty quickly. I reckon with the right motivation, you could move quickly enough to make make it to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fair call. It probably wasn't a great move. So anyway, Megan gets out of bed. She comes back, puts her bucket down next to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm going any minute now. But the other stress that came over me after now I'm going to be sick is that tomorrow I'm going to have to ring Amy and Dave and tell them I can't get in. Nat's going to be left by herself. Ross is going to be pressing the buttons. Nat's going to be doing most of the talking.
Monologue.
What are you going to do? How are these guys going to get through?
Is it nice that Shaun thinks of you as soon as he's sick now?
So thoughtful.
So there's that part of it. And then for the next...
Do I have to go and get you a bucket?
Yes, please. And for the next 10 minutes, then I'm going, oh, no. Last time I was sick, it lasted for days. So that means I can't go swimming. I won't be able to go to the gym.
Yep.
I'm going to lose weight because I won't be able to eat.
That thought is like next level. You are really thinking hard. If you're like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose my muscle that I've worked so hard on.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of this little feeling I'm feeling right now at 1 a.m.
There's not enough creatine in the world that can get me through this.
That's right, Nat.
So, were you sick? Did you actually throw up?
No, I didn't.
He told us his story this morning, but you're here, though.
That's right. And you know what? I gutsed it out. And I decided...
There was nothing wrong with you.
There's nothing to gut.
Must have been because I asked for a bucket. I had to be sick.
But you weren't sick.
I know, but here's the thing. I think because I was really concerned about how the morning would play out with you and possibly leaving you guys to your own devices for the next 3 days, that I...
Oh, you think you willed it away?
Willed it away.
You don't
willed
think...
it away.
See, we think there was nothing wrong with you in the first place, but you think you willed it away.
In your head, you're in a halftime huddle. You got this. You could stick it out, you know.
Your dipper playing in the grand final with broken ribs and a punctured lung.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do this, no problem.
You did it.
Absolutely.
But nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong.
So I want to ask people out there.
You look fine.
We're looking for heroes or hypochondriacs.
She's a fine line.
Now,
and I think perhaps it's just, which angle you're looking at it from.
Yeah, that's right. You thought you were a hero. The person you were living with thought you were a complete hypochondriac. Or the people you work with.
I think the running theme is going to be the person involved called themselves a hero and everybody else called them a hypochondriac. Because you're okay. Have you had breakfast yet?
I had a protein shake this morning, yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah,
But
I just willed my way through it. I willed my way through it.
There's no way.
Many people would not be at work today and or for the rest of the week.
You've staved off gastro with your mind. Your first thing would not be to have a protein shake at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Okay, maybe a hypochondriac then.
Well, let's go to Jan in Henley Brook. Good morning, Jan.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Good, Jan.
Jan, hero or hypochondriac? How does it work for you?
My husband thought I was a hypochondriac.
Yeah?
So I woke up in the morning and I woke him up and I said, I'm struggling to breathe. And he said, go and have a glass of water.
That should do it.
That fixes everything.
That does. So I went to the kitchen and I had a glass of water and it got worse. So I yelled at him. I said, I'm in trouble. I'm really struggling to breathe. So he yelled out, have another glass of water.
Oh, my God.
He's not helpful.
Why not 2 glasses of water?
Because she can't
my
breathe.
God.
And
I couldn't breathe.
So
he gets up and gets dressed and goes off to work and leaves me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I do? So I rang the doctor and they said, oh, we're fully booked. And I said, but I'm struggling to breathe.
Yeah.
And they said, I'll come in, we'll see if we can fit you in. And I was sitting in the waiting room and the doctor came out, took one look at me, grabbed me, pulled me into the room and yelled to the receptionist, call an ambulance.
Oh.
They called an ambulance and I was in hospital for a week with pneumonia.
Oh,
Jan.
Jan.
Yeah, so I wasn't a hypochondriac.
No.
Okay, so when you explained to your husband that you were actually deathly ill, what was his reaction?
You'll be right.
Well, that's it. Tough as old boots, Jan is.
Yeah, just have another glass of water.
Yeah, that's right. She's well hydrated, but she can't breathe. Shaun, just to clear it up.
Yes.
Hero. Jan's a hero.
Did she will it away like me, though? That's what we've got to keep coming back to, guys.
Claire's in Perth. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning.
Hi, Claire.
We're trying to find the difference between a hero and a hypochondriac. Claire, what have you got for us?
Okay, well, it's me. I'm the hypochondriac.
Oh.
So I was a week out of a cesarean, and I'm at home, and I start to get this intense pain down in my C-section wound.
Yes.
And I'm carrying on. I'm like, oh, my God, this is intense. Get me in the shower. My husband's like, okay, get in the shower. I'm in the shower. I'm on my knees. I'm crying. I'm screaming. I'm biting the metal towel rail. I'm like, there's something wrong. Something's happening. And he's like, okay. I'm like, call my Mum. So he calls my mum, who lives around the corner. My mum races over, and she's like, oh, my God, we need to call an ambulance. I think maybe her wounds, something's opened up. And I'm, call an ambulance. So he calls an ambulance. I'm still biting the towel rail. And then I get on my hands and knees, and I'm crying, and I'm like, there's something happening. There's something happening. And my mum's like, what? And she's trying to rub my back. And I'm like, I think I'm going to poo. And next minute, this little hard rock pebble just shoots out my bum, and I was constipated. That was it.
So just to be clear,
he called off the ambulance, and I just had to do a little poo, guys.
Sean, perhaps that's what you needed to do.
Maybe that's the key.
Claire, I know that birth is one of those things where your dignity goes out the window, essentially. So just to be clear, you pooed in the shower in front of your mum?
And my husband.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful moment.
Still married, Claire?
It is.
Still married?
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes,
Brought them closer together.
The family that poos together stays together, Sean. Everybody knows that saying. Natalie and Darch. Hi, Nat.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
Right,
Nat.
Are you? I suspect, being a Nat, that you're a hero. But are you? Which are you, hero or hypo?
Very true. Well, I was worried about being a hypochondriac, but turns out I was a hero. Yeah. So I've been putting up with a little bit of pain. Thought I pulled a muscle at the gym. Yeah. Didn't do much about it for about 4 days. Eventually thought I should maybe go to the doctor. He said, go have a scan. So I had an ultrasound, and they said, go back to emergency. You've got a ruptured appendix.
Oh.
So I was kind of sitting there thinking, but I've got a leg wax appointment. What am I going to do? So I went and had my leg waxed and bikini line waxed, and then waited for my husband to come home and take me to hospital.
No. If it ruptures, that's an emergency, because the risk is you develop peritonitis, which is a really serious infection.
And the doctor told you.
I know.
Straight to hospital.
Lots of people have told me off.
Nat? Yeah, okay, so you've crossed the line from... You're not a hypo, but you've crossed the line from hero to a bit stupid.
No. You don't want to be like
I've never been to hospital, never
Poor
had an
decision
operation.
making. Stupid's not fair.
Just
Poor
didn't
decision
want to make a fuss. Thought it was nothing serious.
Oh, man.
But, and then to make it even worse, I was in hospital for 4 days.
Yes.
And then I've been unwell. This was 4 weeks ago. Had a massive rash from head to toe, allergic to all the medication.
Oh, jeez, Nat.
Is this a recent thing that you did, Nat?
Yeah, 4 weeks ago.
Are you good?
Fun.
No, she's a hero, mate.
She's
getting
on with it.
Ross.
Hero. Yeah.
You've already got the legs done. Got the gardening done downstairs. And good timing too, because it's so hot this week, you never know.
Sean.
Great point.
I know. Covered in a rash, trying to moisturise up, so I'm feeling the heat.
Amazing. Thanks, Nat. Let's go to Monica. We've gone from Natalie to Monica. This is my full name. Hello, Monica.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, Monica.
Monica, are you a hero or are you a hypochondriac?
I would say a hero.
Okay.
So one day we went out as a group of nurses. I work as a nurse.
Yep.
And with my manager. So we went out on a night out, came back early hours of the morning. And as I got home, I was wearing my heels. I misstepped. Actually, when we were out, we were having discussions and everyone said, so what are you working tomorrow? And I said, I'm working in the morning. And the other one says, I'm working in the afternoon. Then my boss said, you better not ring in sick tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
So then I went home and I misstepped on a step as I was trying to get home in my heels.
Yep.
And I heard my bone crack, but I didn't pay attention to it much and went in because obviously I was a bit on the tipsy side.
Sure.
So went to bed.
Yeah.
Then I woke up in the morning. I was like, do I go to work? They're calling sick. Then I remember the conversation. I said to my boss, I'll come to work. Then I thought, if I don't go, they'll think it's because of last night.
Yes, of
so
course.
there's me dressing up, putting my shoes on. Then my leg was quite sore, so I took a bandage, rubbed my ankle up, wore my shoes, go to work. And within the next hour at work, I realized, honestly, I can't walk. I can't do it. It's just like... So then I went into ED because the hospital has an ED, of course. Did an X-ray. I actually had a fractured ankle.
Monica, you had a fractured ankle.
With a freshly fractured ankle.
Yep, I went to work and drove with a fractured ankle.
I mean, like,
That's
at least
because I wanted to prove that I can't fall in sick after a night out.
Yeah, and also...
They now know it's not a hangover.
That's right.
Yeah, you proved yourself.
Yeah.
You're a hero for an hour.
No, she's a hero full stop. It's not time dependent.
and finish the shift.
I love that. Yeah. That's too good.
courage.
But, you know, when you're a bit tipsy the night before, you don't really notice it.
When you hear a bone, I heard my bone crack, Mon. She'll be right.
She'll be right.
Oh, that must have swelled up a lot.
I know.
Getting your shoe on would have been a nightmare.
Yeah. You're tough. You are a hero, Monica. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.